Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another NBA 2K14 My Career game. Today we start the playoffs in Minnesota. Do you know how long it's been since this Minnesota crowd has seen a playoff game and they get to watch their #1 seed, the T-Wolves, take on the Mavericks in game 1? And right away, Kevin Love, Denny Tice to Love for 3. This is Denny's first playoffs in his rookie season, but it's also K Love's first playoffs in like his 6th season. It's been that long for the T-Wolves, and even longer since the days of Kevin Garnett, who is another very established power forward. But Kevin Garnett did not have the help that Love has on this team with Kevin Martin, Denny Tice, and you see Love there trying to heat up early, but look at Pekovic, and one, and right away we came flying out the gates, up 9 points there, 8-17, pushing the ball in transition. I'm looking at Love, K Love, pull up the jump shot. Good. Kevin Love right away. We just started firing, just riding this home crowd. They've just been waiting for this moment. We were waiting for this moment, and there's just no way the Mavericks could stop us. Maybe if they had Dirk, they could. If you notice, Dirk is not on the floor. Dirk is injured, out for the season, so no Nowitzki for this series, and that's a big blow to the Mavericks, and that's going to make this series a little bit easier on us. As you see Denny trying to get the block there, still a good foul and keep Bogans there, since, Bogans missed the first free throw. So that was cool, and then we go to the bench for a little bit, and I believe the bench actually extended the leaders. That was pretty good. And early on, though, Denny has no points. In the first quarter, Denny did not score at all. We pull up this 3, and that's our first points of the playoffs. But otherwise, very silent for Denny. He's been dishing the ball pretty well, as you see him find Muhammad there on the rookie-to-rookie connection. But otherwise, not really shooting much for Denny. Whenever I did take a few shots, it's not like I took exactly 0. I wasn't really making them. I was taking some good looks, taking a few drives to the rim, just couldn't get them to go. And when you can't get that to go, you just got to, find your teammates. And there, I found my 3rd foul, unfortunately. I go back to the bench, and the bench, maintains the lead in the minute that I was gone. So that's cool. And there, Kevin Love using the pump fake to perfection, but he cannot get this shot to go. But Denny Tice on the rebound, and the pull-up jump shot goes down. And, we had the momentum going early on, but this Mavs team is fighting a little bit. They're maintaining the gap right now. It's been about 10 points since that early run in the first quarter. But, the fact that it's a 10-point gap, we're cool with that. We're just hoping they don't go on one of those Hall of Fame runs where they make, every single shot in the 4th quarter. But, right now, we're making almost all of our shots we can, especially behind the 3-point line, as Denny rejects Devin Harris there. And on the break, Kevin Martin taking it all the way, and scoop layup with contact goes in. And the lead is up to 15 points. And Devin Harris, for the most part, not really doing much. As you see Denny play good defense there. We have him locked up. It's not exactly the toughest matchups, especially in the Western Conference when there's so many good point guards. Going against Devin Harris is kind of a relief, rather than going against Ty Lawson or Steph Curry or something like that, And here we feed Pekovic in the post, smaller man on him, but Monte strips him. There's Denny on the, good, Denny Tice. That's just great, man. This is great offense. And great offense when you're not really shooting the ball well. And that's really important, because when your shot's not going down, a lot of people will just keep on chucking it. Denny, there's other ways to win the game. 5 rebounds, 15 assists, helping out in the steals column, giving it to Kevin Love. And Kevin Love wants the ball. Kevin Love can get the ball. Alright? And here, we just take it ourselves. We had Kevin Love on the roll there, but I was like, I'm going to just take this myself, because I need a few points at least here in the 4th quarter. We're pushing the ball, throwing the oop to Gerald Henderson. As you guys may or may not know, Ricky Rubio was traded for Gerald Henderson, and I believe we got a 1st-round pick out of that trade, so. And that was a pretty good trade for us, because Rubio was not going to catch that lob. And Kevin Love is catching that easy to the rim. And we are blowing out the Mavericks in game 1. Denny Tice gets subbed out for a few minutes. Comes back in. I don't really understand it. But look at that lead. 30-point lead, and a block on Jackson, and there's Chavez on another block there. I believe that's Reggie Jackson. I guess OKC traded for him. I'm not too sure how that went down. But Reggie Jackson is the backup point guard, and you see Chris Johnson throw that down, and that's going to be exclamation point. Actually, this is going to be the exclamation point. I got a cheap 6 points at the end of the game. The last minute, threw up a few 3-pointers to boost up my numbers a little bit. But otherwise, that was a pretty low-scoring game, especially in my career. My career is pretty, you could ball. You could, especially in the point guard, you get the ball almost every single possession. You can put up shots, but, only 20 and you win the game. And we blew them out. That's cool for me. This game was even less efficient to start off. This is game 2 now. And game 2, look at that. 0 points, 1 assist. I'm not really doing anything at all. Though I do get the block there and Devin Harris. Denny's been extremely silent. And, it is showing up a little bit in the scoreboard. We're not exactly pulling away. We're keeping up. But at least, when your star isn't scoring or dishing or anything, we're not getting blown out. So that's good. But the Mavericks are staying in the game, and this is on the Mavericks team. Monte Ellis is probably the go-to guy, though right now Samuel Dallenberg for some reason the go-to guy. Otherwise, they don't have really much of a clear number 2 guy. I don't even think Vince Carter's on the team as we try to throw the oop there. Unfortunately, gets tipped away. Thankfully, not a turnover, but there's Derek Williams. Nice ball movement there. Love to Williams to get that to go. Pekovic was in early foul trouble, so D-Will came in, and he did his thing. And there you see Denny getting his first shot. Once again, takes like near the end of the first quarter to get the shot, and here we throw up the oop to Kevin Love, and Kevin Love's been balling in the playoffs. Kevin Love and Kevin Martin both of the Kevins have been balling in the playoffs, though here Kevin Love misses a scoop layup there at the end of the first quarter, so we only go up by 1. So, the Mavs are fighting back. They got blown out game 1, but now game 2, they're showing some grit. And here, Peck got like 2 early fouls like the first 2 minutes of the game. So now he comes in early in the second quarter. And here, Denny Tice getting the steal and taking it all the way. Easy bucket there. But yeah, we were running a funky lineup. We had Chris Johnson at power forward, even though he's definitely not power forward material. And then Peck at the center. So we were rolling super big, and it was kind of hampering our offense. But for the most part, I was trying to get that Dekovic connection going, because we didn't really get going too much in the first quarter. So I'll try to get it going a lot here, and I call a timeout just to reset things, and I finally get rest. I didn't get rest at all in this game, so I get the last 4 minutes off, and look at that. Apparently the Mavs took the last 4 minutes off of the game too. They didn't score at all, and now all of a sudden we have like a huge lead. It's 19 points. So shout out to the bench. That was a close game. It was probably going to be one of those games that was close throughout, but now we went from a close game to just blowing them out in 4 minutes. They did not score a single bucket. And that's what happens when your star isn't there. Even if Nowitzki's old, that's just what happens. And here, Denny pulling up the shot to beat the buzzer there. It's good. Denny about to get a double-double, taking that steal. We're going to triple-double. He get some more steals. But first, we're going to pull up this three-pointer, and Denny's starting to heat up. The first true heat check moment for Tice, kind of. Haven't really been scoring much at all. Pull up this mid-range shot, make sure Marion doesn't block us. And, there's the offense getting going. And you see I'm shooting a very high percentage, including that shot right there. But I'm not exactly looking to go for 50 in this game. My teammates are going to ball. My teammates will ball. So here I give it to Gerald Henderson, and Gerald Henderson hits the 3. No hesitation. That's not Gerald Henderson's shot. He's not really a good 3-point shooter. So any 3-pointer that he hits is an added bonus to this team and an added bonus to this huge lead we have. And here I give it to Henderson, who gives it right back to Tice. Can't get that to go. Still, my shot's a little bit off. I'm not exactly being, aggressive, but at the same time, my shot is a little bit off. And, if I'm going to have bad games and we're still going to win, watch out for when I have a good game. The rest of the teams in these playoffs better watch out, because right now the Mavericks are looking like they don't belong. They're looking like they're about to get swept. Like look at that lead. It's just so big, so bad, and so beautiful for us, man. You cannot ask for a better start to the playoffs. Look at this, Gerald Henderson to beat the buzzer, and it's good. Terrible shot there. Just pass it out so I didn't have to take the bad shot myself. And Gerald Henderson actually hits it. So I sit on the bench, and look at this. The lead is up to almost 40. That's just straight. Actually, yeah, we're up to like 30. It's just straight up embarrassing for the Mavericks, man. So we're just going to fast forward to fourth quarter. Not going to spend too much time on it because, there's nothing much to see except for this lob we throw up to Henderson, who one hand throws it down. And that's pretty much going to wrap this game up as Denny takes it to the rim very easily there. And these Mavs, maybe they could turn it around. American Airlines Arena, that's their home arena, where they'll be at Game 3. But, he read home court advantage big time and got the win. So on that note, hope you guys leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more 2K14 My Career games as we try to get deep into the playoffs here. And I will catch you guys next time.